your boy O2, and you know I'm back doing the most with another mental health episode. And this is a big one, guys, because we all do it. We all sleep, guys. Welcome to the channel. We are discussing today mental health and sleep. We're going to discuss dangers. We're going to discuss what causes sleep problems. Get into some statistics as I always do, and tips and strategies across the board on what to do. I have my own mother with me who is about to receive a bachelor's in psychology. Am I correct?
And minor in social work.
And minor in social work. So I thought I'd bring her on since we both suffer from insomnia, which is a huge problem, not just in the U.S., but globally, guys. So I'm going to spit some stats real quick from the National Institute of Health. About 30% of U.S. adults experience insomnia, including 10% who chronically go through insomnia. That translates to about 60 to 100 million Americans. 100 million Americans. Can you imagine that, guys? Globally, it shoots up about 10 to 30%. So it's about across the board, up to 30% of the world. And that translates to between 600 million to 1.8 billion people globally who suffer from insomnia. The inability to fall asleep or to stay asleep during the night. And I can say this from last night. I didn't sleep great. I only slept like 6 hours straight. ScienceDirect.com says it's about 16% globally. So it's about down the middle. And older people are more likely to suffer. 75 up to 75% of people 65 years or older suffer from insomnia. And it's actually a proven fact that the older you get, the more sleep you actually need. A younger person can actually run on 6 hours of sleep versus somebody older might need 8 to 9, maybe even 10 hours of sleep a night. So we're going to go into some of the causes of sleep problems, and then I'm going to shoot it to my mom if she's got more. This is some of my own anecdotal experiences, and a lot of it's researched and backed by science. So what can cause sleep problems? Well, we can think of a numero uno reason. Caffeine. Everybody drinks coffee, everybody drinks tea or soda, or most people do at least. And too much caffeine or stimulants at night. See, caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours, and caffeine can keep you up. And people like them energy drinks. People like the Rock Stars, the Bangs, the Ghost Energy, all them new. There's so many new energy drinks out there that drinking too much or too much coffee, a pot a day, it can actually affect your sleep. Irregular and out of routine sleep schedule. And this can be due to work, illness, lifestyle changes, you name it. Just being out of routine can throw your sleep cycle, your circadian rhythm, out of whack. Another one, poor sleep hygiene. And what that really entails, guys, that's using screens before bed. That's leaving the TV on. Now, I know some of you guys probably would say, my TV helps me fall asleep. Well, that's great for you. But for those that cannot sleep and your TV is still on, maybe shutting the television off and putting the phone down would be a good idea. Another thing is a part of link to poor hygiene is napping during the day. If you're napping 3 to 6 hours throughout the day, don't expect a good night's sleep. I mean, think about it. We're supposed to sleep at night. And going back to the irregular routine, third shifters, my heart goes out to you, people that work third shift. Your circadian rhythm's thrown off, but we are going to try to help and give some anecdotal and some research things, supplements, non-drug things that you can do, but more reasons, man. Stress and anxiety, that's probably the number one reason people can't sleep. Racing thoughts, thinking about the next day.
Exactly.
Maybe thinking about something they regretted they done today, or thinking about the past. Just stress and anxiety. Another thing, chronic and acute pain. People that are experiencing pain, whether that be back pain from work or something inside, pain that's huge. I mean, pain activates receptors in the brain that keeps you awake. So I could see how that would go with hand in hand with not being able to sleep, along with mental health disorders. You name the mental health disorder, it probably can affect your sleep. We both suffered from bipolar disorder, so that we had high energy levels, so that definitely contributes to not being able to sleep
During mania.
during mania.
Only during mania do
Exactly.
we exhibit that euphoric feeling that all bipolar people love. Why do they love it? Because we can do the job of 10 people and we feel like we're superhuman, and that is part of the disease process. It actually, a lot of your people like Einstein, Aristotle, all these people suffered from bipolar, and the philosophers, the artists, the super uber credible people that were highly intelligent and people didn't understand, they were bipolar. See, but the mania, we love it. Why? Because we can perform well, but it's not good for us. It's not good for us. We have to scale down and learn to scale down.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And we're going to discuss some ways we can scale down here soon. Some more causes, guys. Respiratory disorders, so breathing problems can keep you up at night. I grew up with asthma personally, and I had to sleep propped up on pillows and breathing treatments, which albuterol is a super stimulant. It kept
Mm-hmm.
me up at night. Thyroid disorders, because the thyroid uses hormones to regulate sleep. So anybody with thyroid problems, whether it be hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism, could affect your sleep. Or go on to gastrointestinal disorders, Crohn's disease, some other ones that I don't know just right off the top of my head. The gut is the second brain, guys, and if you're having gut disturbances.
So I want to step in there.
Okay.
So doctors don't tell you this, okay? You'll never hear this from a doctor, but probiotics are necessary for gut health. Probiotics, taking them, if you have good gut health, you all the other stuff kind of lines up. But if we have poor gut health, then that can contribute a lot of things. So gut health, Quentin, is very important to have, and doctors don't tell you to take probiotics. Why? They want you to keep coming because you pay their bills. So why would they want you to know the healthy stuff? The natural things that God put on this earth to help us, they're all out there. We've got to find them though. And that is one thing that gut health does is probiotics.
Probiotics is a good thing. We can mention
They're
that.
in drinks
We'll,
too.
we'll be sure to mention that also, guys, and the how tips and strategies on how to improve your sleep. That is a good one. Age, like I said, older you get, a lot of people have more chronic insomnia. Genetics plays a big factor, man. If you come from a family that can just drop at the snap of a hat, you're more than likely not going to have sleep problems versus a family full of people that have sleep disorders and sleep problems, insomnia. And the last cause for sleep problems that I could come up with was major life changes. You're moving, you got a new job, school
Stressors.
stressors,
Stressors.
things in your life that are big
Disrupt.
and disruptive, monumental, big, and the dangers of getting poor sleep. So not getting enough sleep or not getting good quality sleep. Just a few to name off the top, and the list is longer, but I'm not trying to scare you guys. High blood pressure, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, a weakened immune system, which contributes to cancer, all kinds of things, inflammation, guys, and it can ultimately worsen mental health. But you clicked on this because we're going to talk about tips and strategies, and I've got kind of a three-tiered. We've got non-drug related help for you guys, drug related help, and the meds that help the best. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. And then supplements slash you'll see what I'm talking about.
Homeopathic.
Homeopathic, yeah,
Is
definitely
what
homeopathic, and the supplements, yeah, for sure. So start with non-drug, or we'll just start with the drugs because it might sound dirty, but um, stuff like, so these are all narcotic, and if you are suffering chronically from insomnia, if it's causing problems in your day-to-day life, you may need to see a doctor, and it's okay to take these short term. Some people have to have them long term.
Yes.
There's 3 drug classes. There's benzodiazepines, there's barbiturates, and there's hypnotics such as Ambien or Lunesta, stuff like that, that can help you fall asleep. Now, a lot of doctors like to prescribe like an antidepressant like trazodone or antipsychotics like Seroquel to help you sleep. But them things make you fat and they come with nasty side effects. These don't, besides physical addiction and dependence, they don't really cause a whole lot of extra bad side effects within the body because they work on the GABA A receptor, which slows down neuronal activity. But for non drug tips and strategies, guys, I have some stuff. Number one, turn off the TV. If it's not helping you sleep, turn the TV off, put the phone down, take time to relax, man. Also, if you've never looked up binaural beats, you need to look up binaural beats. Binauraal, I think, something like that. Binaural beats. Download an app. Have some headphones. Put them in your ears. Turn on theta waves or delta waves. Those are great things to put your brain on certain brain wavelengths. Excuse me, so that you can get to sleep faster and better. They've helped me in the past. In fact, I was meditating like 2 nights ago, and I fell asleep, and it was during the day using binaural beats. Another thing, if your mind is racing, this is a personal thing that I do. So I have a lot of thoughts. I don't want to forget things, and that could keep me up. A lot of times, getting out a little index card or a slip of paper and writing down the to-do list of what's in my mind or what's on my mind will help me fall asleep because I put the thoughts on the paper, so I know they're not going anywhere. I'm not going to forget about them. That helps a lot with me too sometimes. Mindful breathing at night, so kind of meditation, getting just focusing on your breath and getting your mind off of things. And I know that can be hard, and that's why I step into next. Make sure your bedroom is quiet. Don't have beating and banging going around and expect to be able to sleep. Another one, and I heard this from Dr. Drew After Dark back in the day when he was working for Tom Segura on Your Mom's House podcast. Shout out Your Mom's House. I watch it every Wednesday. But if you cannot sleep, get out of bed. Go do something. Do something productive in your house. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but Dr. Drew himself said when your body will fall asleep when it needs it. So that doesn't mean go drive down the road and fall asleep at the wheel, but it does mean if you can't sleep, get up and do something. Your mind's active. Might as well utilize it and push it into something positive. Reading is a great way to dull out and fall asleep. If you don't fall asleep reading a book, just read it all the way through. You'll eventually fall asleep. You'll see what I mean. And exercise, but exercising, I want to say 3 to 4 hours before sleep is not a good idea. But anywhere between morning time all the way to about 6 p.m. is perfectly fine, guys. Exercise gets all that pent-up energy out. It helps you wind down. It lowers cortisol, which is a stress hormone, guys. Exercise, I cannot stress that enough, to exercise, to get at least 150 minutes of exercise a week. Vigorous exercise, too. And my last one, and this one I kind of come up with, is start a nighttime ritual, possibly. Something, maybe brush your teeth, turn on a relaxing song. I don't know, skip around, do a little circle like a dog around your bed, sit. I don't know, turn on do something, a routine, a little ritual, something that it can help. Do you have any other non-drug related? Because
I do. So,
okay.
since I've been studying psychology a whole bunch and also social work, you need a sleep tracker. You can make this free on your computer and track your sleep because you need to know where you're waking up. I wake up periodically because I have to do papers. It's on my mind. So I sleep in increments. Well, so you need your bedroom for sleep, and if you have another bedroom, take it to another bedroom to work in because it's better. So 3 nights a week, you should use Epsom salt with some lavender in a tub. Put it in there, or put fizzy things in your shower and breathe in those essential oils that will calm you down. That's what I use. Um, breathe in and breathe out. That is very important. And if you have an anxiety, I have anxiety pretty bad. So I do box breathing. I breathe deep in. I do it 3 times to slow my heartbeat down because, you have to do things that work, and that works. Another thing, is it urgent? Is it not urgent? Is it important? You need to decide you need to delegate things that you can do later and delete things in on your list that don't necessarily need to be right now in this moment. So you need to make normalcy come in your life by delegating how your day is going to be. Because if you have a crappy day at work, you've got to create your environment when you come home where you don't have a bad night. So you just leave the work there, get in your calm mindset. I like to put on my Alexa and listen to thunderstorms. I listen to that. I get into my satin pillowcase, get on my comfy, cozy pajamas, and I also use Pandora on my TV, Christian station. It's whatever that your jam is, you do. Because not getting enough sleep can cause a lot of things. And anger, Quentin, is one of them. If we don't get enough sleep, I'm very angry. Yeah. Because, and I'm crotchety because I don't know that I didn't get enough sleep because I'm thinking, hey, I've got it all under control. No, everyone needs sleep. It don't matter if you're getting broken sleep like me, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, 2 hours there. It's okay if that works for your lifestyle, because people have different lifestyles. You got to do whatever you do. When I worked third shift, I had to put on Mercy Me and listen to it and go to sleep and shut the world down. It was hard. I done it, but that's a hard shift. Kudos to all you out there doing it, because it's a rough shift. It's like a different world. Know what your normal is. Only you will know your normal. Be your own self advocate, because self advocates don't always listen. I'm not negating doctors, but be your self advocate, because don't let anybody tell you about your body unless you know that you know that you know that they're telling you right, because physicians practice on you. Remember that. Practical physician, they're practicing on you. So understand that in psychology, we study the brain. In clinical psychology, they put a lot of things out there and stickers out there in stores, and you get all excited and the endorphins start going everywhere and you're like, oh my God, that's on sale. They're doing that to play your mind. It's for a reason. They put billboards out. They put big pharma on TV. Pharma. You don't hear, when you're hearing them, you don't hear the bad side effects. You only hear what it can do to you right then. Well, listen to the side effects, because they're horrid. Just let me tell you. I know Big Pharma, and I'm not a fan of Big Pharma. I'm a fan if you need the medicine for short term, okay. I'd rather go homeopathic, though, because I don't want my judgment clouded at all. I want to be me 100% all the time. And all the studies that I've done in clinical psychology, I didn't know that they twist our minds so much that we don't even know that we're being subliminal. Yeah, and it's going in your head. You don't know, and the signs are coming at you. The TV, if you have, this is off a little beat, but look, if somebody comes in a bank and you're working there and they've got a gun, guess what you're not going to notice? You're not going to notice their clothing. You're going to notice that gun. Okay? Be aware, though. Be aware, I guess is what I'm saying. Be aware if something's on sale. Is it really on sale? It probably was that price to begin with, right? Be aware of political things. Be aware of billboards. Be aware of what goes here. This is your computer. Your heart, though, you should have empathy for others, and help people, because there are hurting people out there that need help, and that's what me and him are here to do. I'm here to help the downtrodden, the kicked, because I want to be that person that uplifts, and I could cry because I see so many people suffering from anxiety and sleep disorders and all this, and they're going and getting checked at the hospital when all they need is a little bit of Jesus, to be honest with you. And that's what I need, and that's what I stand on. I stand on the rock, and that's just my platform. And so I go a homeopathic way, and I still have to use medicine, and I'm not going to share what medicine that is. That's my own um, my own thing. So be be your own person. Know your body. Know what it says. When my heart's going pop, 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 guess what? I better do some box breathing. I better calm myself down, because it gets going, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Then I'm not gonna sleep. Then I'm not gonna this. But you know what? Get control. I don't care if you gotta go. Get control. Focus. Look, focus. Say hello. And I get myself together. I have to go together, because sometimes I get off on chasing rabbits I shouldn't even be chasing. It wasn't even necessary. I don't even know why it come up. I have 15 things in my head at times, and I want to go back like Quentin and dot all the I's and cross all the T's. It's not necessary. Do what you can in a day, and tomorrow will come. You can't build Rome in one day. That's what bothers us in sleep. And I'm going to give it back to you, because that's what bothers us. We can't get everything done. You're only one person, people.
Yes.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Yes, yes. And we are going to get to the supplementation side of it. Aromatherapy, she has spoken about aromatherapy using lavender stuff. Yes.
Love it.
Terpenes. Terpenes are smells that we associate with memory to help us calm us down. And some are actually GABAergic, which means they can induce calming effects on the brain, including linalool, which is the compound found in lavender that is calming, along with myrcene. There's xylitol or something like that. I even researched the terpenes in cannabis. I know that sounds wacky and crazy and sideways, but terpenes in cannabis can actually calm people down. So aromatherapy, but also things like spearmint, peppermint, things like that. Camphor mixed
lemongrass. There's so many out there.
Aromatherapy is a perfect way to get smells, terpenes in, to actually influence the brain and affect these neurotransmitters that can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Some more supplementation, some teas right off the top of my head. Hops tea. If you don't know about hops, it's found in beer, but you actually can buy it online. Biocama.com, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But you can buy all kinds of herbs on there, and hops is proven to be GABAergic. It can calm the mind. You can make tea with it. Now, I will suggest, if you do have allergies to ragweed and the daisy family, take caution, because when you do order it online, it does have pollen in the hops. But hops chamomile, and in chamomile is a compound called apigenin, and you can buy that online as well. Apigenin is GABAergic. It actually binds to the benzo site on the GABA A receptor. You can take apigenin supplements or drink chamomile tea. I usually steep 2 instead of 1 bag. Also, kava tea. Kava is an amazing plant, and you can get it from a reputable source. There is a liver warning that is associated with it, but that's due to kava that uses both the root and the leaf versus just using the root. But if you find the right kava tea that uses only the root, That is a very good tea to use for sometimes on the insomnia side of things.
I got to dig in here. So, lemon and orange get you up. The orange oil and the lemon oils get you up. Also, a lot of people don't like hot tea. I'm iffy, okay? So, in the morning, I boil peppermint and green tea. Green tea leaves are great for you. So,
Yeah.
I boil 2 bags of each, put it in a glass container, get it cold. I take it to work and drink on that all day. That has a lot of antioxidants in it that
Yeah.
helps. So orange and lemon uplift always. You can put it behind your ears, on your pulse points, all that. You can. There's so many things about uplifters as well as what he's talking about. Those are easy and cheap to find too. And if you're having a moment, there's also stress oils that you can put on pulse points and also around your face. Some are even ingested. Uh, there are ingestible ones also. You got to know though which ones are ingestible. Don't just ingest anything important.
Yes, green tea, black tea, most of your stimulating teas actually have quite a bit amount. They have a big amount of large amount. That's a better word of antioxidants, including L-theanine, which is on the list. L-theanine actually blocks glutamate or glutamatic acid, which it is an excitatory neuron. It's what keeps you awake. It what keeps your neurons firing. L-theanine found in green tea, black teas actually can promote a calming effect, and that's why I drink tea every day, and
I
I
do
don't
too.
get the jitters. I like it hot personally, but also magnolia bark extract. So they found
It's
this has been ancient practice in Chinese medicine. It's now coming over to the United States. It's been known for about 5 or 6 years. But magnolia bark extract has magnolol and hinokiol, and these are two flavonoid compounds that actually are GABAergic too, and they promote healthy sleep, can put you to sleep
we
faster.
we
And
forgot to mention one thing. I
well, I'm going through a
spray.
list.
Oh, sorry. I spray on my body
We're about
magnesium.
to get to that.
And then I also have something I spray all over my sheets. It's ritualistic because, hey, it's a scent that makes me calm down. And magnesium, I spray it all over to absorb the magnesium. And then ashwagandha is good for stress
Ooh,
also.
she's named out the
I'm
list.
name ashwagandha is great. I get them at Sam's and I take them and boom boom, it's good. It takes down the stress level so you can sleep. These are natural remedies. You don't really have to ask your doctor about these because they're safe. You take them with a glass of water and you got to give it a couple of weeks to get in your system, but I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And ashwagandha, so a little tidbit about this. There are some risk associated with it, and it definitely matters on which ashwagandha you pick. You can just
Yes.
pick anything. There's KSM 11 or KSM 66, I think. Sorry, guys. There's Sensoril. There's Shodan ashwagandha. I personally think Shodan is probably one of the best ones. KSM 66 is pretty good too. But I do want to err on caution. If you have thyroid issues, ashwagandha can actually exacerbate them and make them worse. So that is a word of caution. If you have thyroid disorders, do not take ashwagandha or talk to your doctor about it. I would suggest
Yes.
that. Magnesium. Don't just take. There's bunches of types of magnesium, and there's probably three of my favorite, and I'll give you the reasons why. Magnesium glycinate because it's GABAergic. Magnesium L-threonate because it's neuroprotective and it's GABAergic also, and magnesium oxide. But I take micromag; it's encapsulated so that it reaches the intestine before breaking down and being absorbed. Micromag can be found on nootropicsdepot.com along with a lot of these supplements.
I
And they
take
go
the
on
oxide and
the oxide,
with
yeah.
a glass of water and take one a night, and that helps.
All right. The only problem with magnesium oxide is you would have to take it with food.
Yes.
The micro bag you don't necessarily have to. To end out the supplements, oleamide. It is found in oleic acid from olive oil. It's actually a recent discovery, probably in the past 10 years. They found it in the spines of sleep deprived cats and found out that it is actually GABAergic, and it attaches to CB1 and CB2 cannabinoid I'm getting tongue-tied. Cannabinoid receptors, which CB1 and CB2 specific is very calming. So alumide is a great supplement to take. It's newer; they're still doing research on it, but I've taken it off and on and never had really any big issues. Another one, if your circadian rhythm's off, and I do emphasize small dosage on this, and it's not for sleep, but say you're changing schedules or you're in a different time zone. A little bit of melatonin. I think the ideal dosage is between 300 milligrams to 2 milligrams. Uh, Not 2 milligrams, 300 micrograms maybe to 2 milligrams, something like that. And for lastly, lemon balm extract. You can find this on Nootropics Depot as well. It is GABAergic. It calms the mind. It's quite a big brown pill, but it does help. And lemon balm, it's also an aromatherapy too. It can be used as well. Real quick too, things that do not help that people think that help. Alcohol. Alcohol does not produce restorative sleep.
No.
It does not. Now,
it dehydrates.
I was an alcoholic I still am an alcoholic, but I'm almost 3 years sober this December. But I would drink myself into a coma, but it does not produce restorative REM sleep to where you're actually getting restorative sleep. It just puts you in a coma, a stupor. It's not good. It's not healthy. I do not suggest supplementing with alcohol.
Never.
For any reason. It does no good. It gives you a little ooh and ah, and that's it. Nicotine at night is not a good idea. I know I'm addicted to nicotine. You've seen me hit this probably 10 times since the start of this video. At night, you need to stop it. The good thing about nicotine is it has a very short half-life of only about 2 hours. So if you stop about 2 to 3 hours before you fall asleep, you should be okay. And lastly, large meals. Eating a large meal. People like to think that, after Thanksgiving, or after a big meal, it actually helps me fall asleep. But not for REM sleep. Large meals actually decrease the amount of time you are in REM sleep, which is the restorative sleep. That's when your eyes are moving back and forth, and you're dreaming, whether you remember it or not. That's all I got.
So I got one more thing.
She's got one more
so
thing
look,
in the episode.
Pilates, you can go to TJ Maxx and get bands, okay, and put them around your legs. And you can stretch and get on a yoga mat and do all your Pilates things.
Yeah,
yoga and sit there and do stretching and stretching and stretching and stretching. It's so good. Also, cold showers, cold plunges are good. Red light therapy is wonderful. You go wherever to get red light therapy. You can even order it on Amazon, red light therapy for your face, your body. You can set under it. Also, there is lights that you can set under that helps mental health. I just had to plug that in because, in this depressing time of darkness, there's lights that make happiness. And I know we're talking about sleep. So happiness, when you're happy, you can sleep better. So we're here for you and trying to teach you more and give you peace. And so all those things are beautiful, but know your body and do you a sleep tracker. Make you one up. Track your sleep, track your vitals. Everybody's probably got an Apple Watch or they got some kind of know what's important, urgent, or anything like that. Know your stuff. Know your normal. You got to know your normal. Don't let a doctor tell you you're normal.
Yes.
You got to know you're normal because, like I said, I love doctors, don't get me wrong, but they're practicing. We're all little guinea pigs, right?
Yeah, it definitely is a practice. That's why they call it practitioners,
Practical physicians.
Practicing physicians.
But thank God for them.
Yeah, we do need doctors, but we do need common sense too, and research and anecdotal experiences because doctors aren't taking the medications. Some of them are, but not all of them that they're prescribing, obviously.
Chamomile soap.
Chamomile soap. Look at
So
that.
look, yeah.
We hope this helped. If you enjoyed the episode, please smash that subscribe button. I had my mom on. We're going to have more people on the mental health side of my channel because I don't feel like it's talked about enough. Also, I am a thriller fiction author. If you enjoy reading fast-paced thriller fiction books, or you know somebody that does, they make a great birthday gift or Christmas gift, links to my novels will be down in the description below. Thank you, Mom, for joining me on this
anytime.
sleep podcast. We will see you guys in the next mental health episode. You already know that O2 does the most. I will see you guys in the next mental health episode. Let's go.